The Iraq War cost the lives of 179 British servicemen and women and tens of thousands of Iraqis. It was the most controversial foreign policy decision by a British government in 50 years. And a decade on, everyone is still waiting for the report, including the Prime Minister.
It is extremely frustrating that this report cannot come out more quickly, but the responsibility lies squarely with the inquiry team. It is an independent inquiry. It would not be right for the Prime Minister to try and interfere with that inquiry.
In his letter to the Prime Minister, Sir John Chilcot says he has not yet received and evaluated all the responses from those who have been given an opportunity to respond. He says that is going to take some further months, and so he concludes there is no realistic prospect of publishing the final report before the election. The inquiry is supposed to look into the causes and conduct of the Iraq War, which began in 2003. In 2009, Gordon Brown, the then Prime Minister, set the inquiry up. It heard from over 100 witnesses, including Tony Blair, and took its last evidence in 2011.
Still no light shed on why and how that decision was taken. And I share the intense frustration, the anger of many parts of our society that says, for heaven's sake, can we please now have some answers to questions that have been asked for far, far too long.
There has been argument over what the report could say about the personal notes and conversations between Tony Blair and George Bush. But today, Sir John Chilcot said there was now agreement, and 29 notes and some records of these conversations would be made public. Tony Blair was in the Swiss town of Davos today for an annual meeting of the rich and powerful. He wasn't giving interviews.
I've just told you I've put out a statement, so you can go in and read the statement.
That statement said he had never sought to delay publication. Major Matthew Bacon was killed in Iraq in 2005. Today his father said it was time to publish.
It's now nearly 10 years since Matthew was killed, and we feel it. We think of him every day. The pain is there, it's not going to go away, and all that the business with the inquiry does is just dig the wounds deeper.
The hope is this inquiry may draw some kind of line under the bitter experience of the Iraq War, but we're going to have to wait for some time yet.